Welcome back to the Accountability Desk. On Monday, during MONSE's budget hearing with the city council members, we really got some inside knowledge into how the Safe Streets program is operated. And if you remember, each of the 10 different Safe Streets locations, they're operated by community-based organizations that get contracts through MONSE and the city to then operate these programs that are located all over Baltimore. Well, during this hearing, we're learning that some of these community-based organizations haven't been paid in months by the city. Several of the Safe Streets sites have unpaid bills, and we're learning that the Association of Catholic Charities, they're the ones that operate the Sandtown and the Brooklyn locations. Combined, they have 15 unpaid invoices right now. In total, we're learning that the city has 43 different contracts that are monthly invoices that are going unpaid currently. Now, the city administrator, Chris Shorter, says that it's really just an administrative backup, and he's working with the Board of Estimates to get caught up. But in fact, that's not all we're learning. There were also a lot of questions about how this organization tracks mediations. Director Jackson says that in 2021, there were 2,132 mediations completed. Year to date so far in 2022, 983 have been completed. But what about the true effectiveness of these mediations? That's something that Councilman Mark Conway, he really pressed Director Jackson about that during the hearing. Take a listen.
Do we track of those interventions ones that still result in violence either way?
That question is potentially a fuzzy question.
Safe Streets is just one program operated out of MONSE, right? There's also several other programs. And during this budget hearing, council members asked several questions about the Group Violence Reduction Strategy, or the GVRS. At the table for this pilot program, we have the Mayor's Office, including the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement, the Police Department led by Police Commissioner Michael Harrison, and Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby and her office. Right now, the GVRS is only operating as a pilot program in the Western District. During questionings, Director Jackson, she was rattling off some statistics touting how effective this program is in her opinion. She says so far that homicides are down 33%, as well as non-fatal shootings, those are down 24%. The GVRS is part of this long-term crime-fighting strategy, right? But as we continue to see Baltimore's violence grow more brazen and it's surging as we head into summer, Councilwoman Felicia Porter, she was demanding to know what MONSE and Director Jackson are doing right now to save lives.
I hear a lot of the conversations around about 5 years, 7 years, and you mentioned at your earlier remarks that there are short-term strategies that you all are implementing. And so how can you begin to, how can you as MONSE begin to kind of move that along?
I think the first thing that we've got to understand is that safety looks and feels different to everybody. And we've got to be willing to recognize that.
Questions like that from Councilwoman Porter and the other members of this committee lasted nearly 4 hours. At the end of the hearing, we did get a glimpse of a promise from Director Jackson. She says that if some of the Safe Streets locations do not show a reduction in shootings and homicides within 2 years, she says she is committing to closing them. That time frame, it starts July 1st. Now, as we continue to investigate Safe Streets, we need your help. If you have any tips, any information, or anything that you think we need to investigate, email me directly at safestreetstips@gmail.com. We'll continue to do this investigation and demand answers from city leaders. At the Accountability Desk, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.